There has been sightings of Herb Cookie in the arena, a cookie who fell out of the meta a few months ago. And now, I see tons of Grandmaster players using Herb Cookie, but why is that? In order to answer that question, we need to look into the one-shot team, the very team I showcased in my previous video. This one-shot team is one of the best teams in Arena right now, and it's been dominating. I mean, like, just look at that team right there, it got one-shot. Naturally, when a team is way too strong, people try to find a hard counter. So you know how Herb Cookie cleanses your party of debuffs? I mean, like, that's pretty obvious. Anyways, in the one-shot team, Space Donut and Milky Way inflict debuffs on the enemies. This is the sole reason why the other 3 cookies are able to nuke the enemy team. But when Herb cleanses those 2 debuffs, well, let me just show you what happens. I'm gonna be fighting this team with Herb in it with my one-shot team. Let's see what happens. Wait, are they all still alive? So I guess the one-shot team is kinda screwed now. Dang it! And there goes all my trophies. And now I'm gonna show you how to build a team with Herb in it, in the form of images. Here's page 1, team composition, and here's page 2, toppings. You can also mix and match the chocolate and almonds. And here's page 3, treasures. There's a lot of room for flexibility here. Now here's an example of an Herb team I tossed together, and I'm gonna use this against a one-shot team, and let's see what happens. As you see, Milky Way and Space Donut inflict a bunch of debuffs on my team. However, my team was able to survive the initial nuke because Herb Cookie got rid of all the debuffs at the perfect time. And I also want to point out that Werewolf also helps out a little bit here because Werewolf is actually also counter to the one-shot team. Werewolf is heavy, so he doesn't get knocked back by Milky Way. This makes it so that Milky Way can't hit the cookies in the back of your team to inflict a defense reduction. However, this doesn't really matter because we got Herb anyways. Now, I'm gonna show you how to counter an Herb team like this one. It's actually extremely easy to counter an Herb team. Long story short, almost every single team is able to counter Herb teams. As long as you don't use a one-shot team and you don't use a full frost team, you should be able to beat Herb easily. This is because Herb is pretty much useless outside of countering one-shot teams, and he's like really weak, so he's really easy to beat. I also want to point out that the reason why I have so many Herbs in my defense log is because my defense team is the one-shot team. If you found this video helpful, subscribe, because I'm a broke free-to-play who dropped out of Grandmaster.